First of all, congratulations. I think this is a game changer.
Wow, thank
Or
you.
I hope it is, my goodness. I have to start. There's so much that you accomplished with this. I was curious what the most difficult or challenging scene was to shoot for each of you.
Combination probably for me of like the prison riot,
Mm,
purely because of the mud,
mm,
and the fact that like I mean, when we shoot these scenes, we don't like we never shoot like a master wide shot and then jump in for like coverage and piece it together in the edit. We do very specific camera movements, very specific shots, and especially for that scene, we wanted to feel like we were flowing from one fight to the next, and like in one uninterrupted take for about 2 minutes, and to do that in the mud where not just the fighters are struggling to stay on their feet, but the camera operator's trying to stay off, the DOP's trying to stay on his feet. And there's all these different elements that come into play. Like sometimes mud would splash against the lens and it would ruin a take. We have to come there's a moment in that shot where we're coming up onto a crane and jumping up into a bird's eye view shot and coming back down again. So it's all these different elements kind of like made it. We didn't make it easy for ourselves. So that was one of the most stressful and physically taxing ones. The other one, from a logistical point, was the car chase, because that was just brutal all around. We don't have that infrastructure yet in Indonesia to do a scene like that, and we were like the first ones to kind of do it. And so keeping roads closed, keeping control of the environment, like I was just really glad that we managed to bring in Bruce Lowe's stunt team with us, because they helped us execute all the stunts efficiently and on time, and everything was great. But it was a hard process to get there. It was really difficult.
What was a big challenge for you?
For me, it's my naked scene, when I put on the t-shirt, like the clothes, and then it's really hard for me for the choreography scene.
Careful with the way you say it. Very hard for you.
And show off my little bro. No. In
Don't sell yourself short.
in prison riot exactly. Because karena saya ya harus bagaimana untuk fighting di lumpur, dan itu berjalan aja agak sedikit susah, dan kita harus fighting tapi dengan yang koreografi yang sangat clear.
So it was the mud, the prison scene, the most challenging, because I had to fight in the mud, so I had to stand and keep the choreographers steady.
So yeah, it's good, and because it's slippery.
Although it was slippery and muddy.
And what do you think it is, this movie and the last movie, and people are excited about a next movie? I mean, can you put your finger on what it is? Why? I mean, is it that you're pushing the envelope with action? Maybe it's a tired genre and people are excited about something new. What do you think it is?
I don't know. To us, I think sometimes it's unusual for us, because before the first one came out, no one knew who we were, no one knew what we were doing, and suddenly it's like, okay, people want to see what we do next, and that's kind of weird. Like, it's a weird thing to kind of tune into. But I guess from in terms of people maybe enjoying what we do, I don't think it's like some kind of new formula. Like, what I feel that what we do is we're going more back in time. We're not shooting stuff where it's CG spaceships and CG robots and CG this and CG that, where you can just create this chaos with pixels and stuff. What we're doing is and myself as an editor, I'm not a particularly skilled editor in terms of using the software, so I kind of very basic and just cut to cut. It's straight cuts. I never use bells and whistles and flashy effects. So for me, it's going back and taking a look at, okay, well, what was going on in the 60s and 70s with action films? What was so great about them? What was so cool about them? And looking back on Peckinpah stuff like The Wild Bunch or Pat Garrett and Billy the Kid or The Getaway, there's there's a consistency there. There's a detail there. There's a spatial awareness in the action setup, and the way he cut stuff was just so beautiful. It was just so there's a sense of rhythm and fluidity that is all his own creation. So from our point of view, I don't feel like we're doing anything that's that new. We're just going back to the basics of it and trying to do something that I feel. I still watch those films over and over again now. So yeah, if they still stand the test of time, then hopefully ours will in 20, 30 years from now.